before we went live, I was like, oh, it's nasty, dude. That's not what we're talking about. Talking about Games Work. We're talking to Games Workshop about acceptance into the 40K community. Let's start off with, there's no acceptance problem in the Warhammer community. Everybody who plays Warhammer 40K, Age of Sigmar, The Hobbit, Silver Tower, whatever you want, we want more people playing that game. End of story. That's it. We want more people to play our game with. That's it. That's what we want. We don't care if you're a Waymans. We don't care if you're a Mains. We don't care if you're black, white, an alien. You're a sentient dog, a collection of ants. Let's play some Warhammer. Alright? That's what we're here for. We're all here for one thing. That one thing is Warhammer. And the people that I don't want to play Warhammer with, because there is a group of people I don't want to play Warhammer with. The people that made me feel like I shouldn't be alive when I was younger for being a nerd are the people I don't want to do nerd things with. This is an important part of this argument because the same people who are telling me to accept them into the video games are the same into the games I play are the same people who destroyed my D&D 3-point character sheets and my magic cards and other pieces of my property when I was in school. I didn't fight them because, well, I was in school. I just complained to this management that didn't do anything about my property being destroyed. I could have fought them. I got jumped in high school once and then I never went to school without a contingency plan or at least something on my hip. So I had the opportunity there to make violence, but I didn't. These days, I could outright myrtleize all of them. None of them have been doing martial arts like I have. But here's the thing. I don't want to enact anything on these people. I just don't want to play games with them. Oh shit, we get a chat message? What's up? I just don't want to play games with them because when I was in middle school and when they destroyed my stuff and I went to the management, I was like, yeah, these guys destroyed 23, I had a whole binder of character sheets that somebody threw in a river once and it was all muddy and jacked up and I went to go tell the principal about it. They didn't do a damn thing. These are the same people that are trying to tell me that I need to accept them into gaming. No! I'm not going to accept you into being a nerd. I was a nerd in middle school and you tried to ruin my life for it. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too, dog. This road doesn't go both ways. You can pretend and all these people are like, I'm a nerd. No. When actual nerds were forming the basis of what makes them a nerd, you were trying to ruin their existence. And that's why those are the few people we don't want to play Warhammer with us. Everybody else under the sun, like I said, you could be a collection of sentient ants like the guy from Rick and Morty. We're here to play Warhammer. It doesn't matter if you're a Lindor truffle that can psychically move models. We're here to play Warhammer. So, if you are the only people we don't want in our game are the people who made us feel subhuman for playing the game in the first place. The only people we don't want to play games with are the people who told us not to play these games. And now they come, this is the same, these are the same groups. Man to man, the same people in my life that back in the day made fun of me for my hobbies. Now today try to get into these hobbies. I'm like, no. So, yes, we don't include some people. But these people, it's like not including, it's like not letting an alcoholic into an alcohol store. There's things you don't do. But for the rest of diversity or inclusion, let's move on into the next subject of who are you playing with and what games are you playing? Because we'll reach to a Dungeons & Dragons example. I saw a Dungeons & Dragons video by the official Dungeons & Dragons people. Let's not get this wrong. The official Dungeons & Dragons page. What they say they're an official Dungeons & Dragons affiliate. Let's kick my heater off. It's driving me crazy. They say they're an official Dungeons & Dragons affiliate program or something like that. I don't know, but if they work with Wizards of the Coast to make D&D, and they say the things they do, it makes me understand the people that are at D&D. It makes me think they're the same, that at Wizards of the Coast makes me think they're the same people that were destroying my character sheets when I was in middle school. Same people. Same people. And this isn't just into Warhammer. This is all nerd hobbies in general. These people who destroyed the things were like, well, how many campaigns have you ran where there hasn't been one demi-human, as they called it, or human? It's like, a lot of them. No, and then my first response was, yeah, I've been tons of campaigns where there's no humans at all. And their response is, I don't think I've been in one. So to me, that explains more about you and the way you make and view your characters than anything that happens here, because in my populace of my friends who are supposedly the sexist, homophobic racists, over half of our games didn't have demi-humans in them because we found it interesting. We're losing frames. I gotta figure out I gotta get a better platform to do these things live. They talked about how they picture all humans to be Anglo-Saxon, European, Nordic people looking like me, essentially, right? But they're like, I only pictured, humans in D&D to be white people. Hey, that's your problem, dude. You pictured I pictured it was all collections of humans, like, cobbled together in this one little hamlet where there's what we would call an Asian over here, and then there's what we call a black guy over there, and there's a Spanish, Mexican, whatever you want to call them, Guatemalan, Honduran dude over here. And they're all in the same village doing the same thing. But these Warhammer people were like, when I think of people, I only think of whites. It's like, well, that's more to do with you than it has to me, dog, because the groups you've played with seem fairly ignorant, lacking of coordination, and centered on not playing something that they aren't. Part of the excitement of Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer is that I get to play orcs. I get to put my mind in the mindset of an orc, a halfling, a dwarf, a gnome. That's part of it. And so when people say that there's no inclusion in Warhammer and in Dungeons and Dragons, they're talking about themselves, actually. They're speaking about how, as a person, they've never experienced a group of people that plays Warhammer that has a large female audience. Out of the first 4 people I met that play Warhammer outside of the dude I started with, one of them was female. And I've almost talked another one into it. Here's the thing. It has nothing to do with what you got between your legs. And what we're doing has nothing to do with between your legs. And we're leaving out the salt factory here. The guy that's salty towards everyone. We'll get into that in a minute. That doesn't matter to any of us. We're here to roll dice. We're here to move plastic around the table, slap cards down, have a good time. If you're a female, if you're a black guy, if you're a Mexican, if you're an alien with 17 heads and just you're constantly hard, come on, man. We all have the same interest here. I think that the people who say that there's no inclusiveness in Warhammer are the same people making sure that there's no inclusiveness in Warhammer or Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons, because they're the people trying to push people out for completely arbitrary reasons. And you say there is somebody doing that in the other side of the camp. Yeah, I agree. On one side of the issue, there is your common, we'll call him a Russian salt overload. There's a very angry person who gets enjoyment out of dragging misery out of other people. That's in every game, every hobby, every business, everywhere you can look, there's going to be somebody who's a salt bucket. You just get more of those in communities where you don't have to participate with people all of the time. So, and we'll also give breaks. Somebody like me will play games with the salt bucket because I'm just here to play games. I'll play games with a real jerk bag. So, we'll be talking about other things like the Magic the Gathering child molester judge scandal that a little while. We might do a live stream about Logan Paul later, but the only people trying to keep people out of gaming are the people who are yelling at us for not being inclusive enough. They're the only ones who are trying to keep people out of gaming. And before, they tried to keep us out of gaming by destroying our property and trying to destroy our lives. Now they're trying to destroy our games. Games Workshop, these people aren't fans of the hobby. These people do not enjoy the things we enjoy. They're not here to roll dice. They're not here to buy. They're not here to buy. Ugh. Dropped it on my Rhino. A Death Shroud Terminator kit just because they think the models look great. They're not here for any of that. They're here to do exactly what they did back in the day, but again. Because they can't physically take the things from me because we're not in school anymore and I will wreck their day. They're coming to you to destroy my game. Our game. Your business, and everything. They're trying to ruin Duncan Roads. They want to take what we love about our hobby because they're not fans of this. None of them are actually fans of the things we're fans of. And they want to smash it all into the ground. It's the exact same people. Same motive. They're just smarter. And they're obfuscating what they do more. Don't let them into our hobby games workshop because man to a man, they're the same people that when you were younger tried to make you. They were. I mean, I'm just speaking out of personal experience, but man, person to person, down to the person, the people who want Warhammer to change are the same people who destroyed my Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic cards. No, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, my Magic cards, my D&D 3-point stuff. All of my things, and I didn't fight them because we were in school and the management did nothing about it. Now they know I will fight them for my things, and they come to you, the management, to again destroy things. They're not here. They're not gonna buy the new Warhammer if you guys release female Space Marines. They're not gonna buy them, guys, because they're not fans. They're not here to enjoy what we enjoy. They're actually not here to roll dice. They don't care. Like, I don't care if you're a collective of intelligent ants that can move things around the board. Because they're not here to move things around the board or roll dice. They're here to ruin somebody else's hobby to score points for social justice values and make them feel good about themselves. Because that's what about their entire life, that's what this whole thing has been. It's been about them exerting ego and power over other people. And now that they cannot physically exert ego and power over the people, they seek to come to you. Do not allow them, Games Workshop. You guys have been making awesome changes lately. Awesome. I love what you guys have been doing. You've been coming to the community. And the community, I hope we've been responding in kind. But don't shoot. This is the way to shoot your relationship in the foot with a missile as soon as it started. Nice day.